Country road, take me home to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong.
I represent the country, yeah, I love the slums. Raised off in the sticks, man, this is where I come from. Love crackling cornbread, collard and cornfed, southern by the grace of God. And when I'm gone, country dead, I ride them dirt roads sometime to reach that destination. Ducked off in Jones Wood, it's like I'm always on vacation. Blaze up the bonfire, calling up my country folk. Just build up that mason jar, light the pine and take a smoke. It's all good, we all fine. Big Marcus brought the moonshine. Kid Rock in the dashboard, peaches shaking in the moonlight. It's something about them back roads stretching out across the county line. It takes me back to my days of young when my grandma was my sunshine. I love all the things that the country bring. Backwood riding little country lane on the front porch with my girl and kids. Cause the smell of an evening country rain may not mean that much to some, but to me it's where my heart belongs. I'm calling on them country roads, them the ones that take me home.
Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. Sideways down that old dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong.
Them country roads mean a lot to me. Georgia mountains, Carolinas, Cherokee, Smoky Mountains in the hills of Tennessee. If you're like me, you probably agree it's like something good, like something sweet, like something great, like Mama's tea. Raised to be how I wanted to be. At the end of the road, the sun sets for free. Not trying to put down no city, but these country roads are so pretty. Times I feel so young for what I know, and there's no place like home. I like to hear some creek water flowing down. That's the road I'm going. Hell yeah, that's where I belong. While we're getting there, we all singing along.
Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. Sideways down that old dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong. Country road. Sideways down that old dirt not so proudly we ate at twilight's last gleam. Those blood sparks and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. We're here with the Xfinity Series with the Bluegrass. Here at WATKINS GLEN qualifying on the board. And BJ, we have something special, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We have Nick Litter, the pace car driver. Actually, the Porsche car driver tonight. In the booth with us.
Hello.
Qualifying going on the track right now, as you see in the 44 from North Carolina. There's Radbird Shutters. He's been strong all season long. Here, BJ, looking to capitalize.
And I think he could definitely do just that. As I look over the points right now, we've got Adam Lancaster leading the points, followed by Brandon Robertson by just 4 points. Michael Robinson in third. Scott Fritz and Radburn Shutters currently round out the top five. See, there's only 25 points separating the top five drivers in points. With 2 races to go in the season, any of those top five could still win this race. Right now, qualifying still going on the board. Brandon Robertson goes quick time with a 1:13.49 for his first lap. It's going to be Brad Neer, Bryce Hunter, Michael Robinson, and Justin Winters rounding out the top five. Those times continuing to change as people continue to get their lap times down.
Well, as you look now, Radbird Shutters goes to the top of the charts. And you know, last night we had 31 trucks. We cut the field almost in half tonight for the Xfinity Series. So, 40 laps, BJ, still plenty of time to get there. As you got Shutters, Robertson, Deere, Hunter, and Abbott, your top five. On the track now, car number 1 from Littertown. It is Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz in the 0-1. It's the very first of the season. We called him bridesmaid. But, you know, he kind of slacked off mid-season during this of the regular season, mid-season of the regular season, I guess you should say, BJ.
Yeah, I'd say he got tired of standing in the crowd, not catching that bouquet, and you know, getting that the bride threw out, and allowing him to get himself a good husband there. You know, he decided to sit back a little bit more.
James Silver's in the 33. He's shown dominance at times here with the Bluegrass iRacing Series, currently running out there qualifying that 33 machine. Also, Jeremiah Hobbs in the 17 machine out qualifying. So right now, 13 drivers have qualified. It's Radburn Shutters, Brandon Robertson, Brad Neer, Bryce Hunter, Scott Fritz, Nate Maurer, Michael Robinson, Mo Abbott, Justin Winters, Tyler Evans, Sean Kostritza, Tony Iverson, and Jason Collins have qualified. As you look at a 17 machine, BJ, last night in the trucks, we saw some beating and banging, but pretty much the starts were really clean going into turn number 1. Very surprising.
Definitely some of the cleanest starts that I've seen here on iRacing done in turn number 1. There's usually a lot of calamity going down in their trucks, vehicles in general, depending on what we're racing out on the track at the time. Just piling all into turn number 1, drivers driving it in way too hard. Last night, they were very smart, taking it nice and easy down in turn number 1, allowing everybody to get room, get going, get momentum, and be able to race it out. And you just went down with a full field rundown. But one thing you didn't mention, Radburn Shutters right now at the top of the board. He's not just up there, he's up there with over a half a second difference between him and the rest of the field. He's looking to continue that momentum that he has ran all season long.
Definitely. Shutters right now in that 12th spot. Or, excuse me, in that 3rd spot. Jason Collins in the 12th spot. Still qualifies Darius Boyd, Jeremiah Hobbs, Travis Twitty, and Robbie Richards. And let's do this. Let's do the segment. BJ and Steven getting to know the drivers. Let's see here. Who is my lucky contestant tonight? We're going to move him to the booth. Let's see here. Justin, got a copy?
Gotcha, buddy.
All right. You ready to play our game?
Sure, why not?
All right. We're going to give a minute on the board. We're going to ask as many questions as possible. Give us some simple answers. Let's have fun at it, okay?
10-4.
All right. The time starts now. So, Justin, what's your favorite food?
Lasagna.
Lasagna, okay. Favorite iRacing track?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, all right. Favorite dirt track?
Eldora.
Married or single?
Single. I mean, girlfriend.
Oh, somebody getting in trouble.
Ladies.
Well, all right, let's see here. They threw me off, Justin. Let's see. Let's see what other questions I can ask here. BJ, help me out.
I don't have my card from yesterday.
Let's see here. You like the trucks, Xfinity, or Cup Series? Which one you like the best?
Probably the next gens.
Next gens, okay. In real life, if you could be president for a day, what would you do?
World peace.
What kind of music you like listening to?
Anything really. Country mostly.
Okay. What's your favorite country song? What's your favorite country song?
Dirt Road Anthem.
All right.
Hey, I like that one.
And this is one we've asked every driver. If you could be a woman for a day, what would you do? He's thinking hard on this one.
Cut my hair.
Cut your hair. Once did he use it to his advantage? That's a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Justin Winters in the Sub Machine. You want to give a shout out to anybody or your sponsors, stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Huffman Designs for always having a wicked paint scheme. Kinder Performance for always supporting me. John, if you're listening, man, keep rocking out the carts. Old School Diecast, they've sponsored me from the get. Go get your diecast at Old School Diecast in Evansville, Indiana. And Invested Brand, they do a lot to help a lot of people. Shout out to Jermaine Teamer for doing what you do, man. Keep doing it.
All right, that's Justin Winters. Looks like as of right now, you'll be rolling off 10th tonight. Good luck, sir.
Appreciate it. Y'all have fun in the booth.
All right, thank you. BJ, will you move him down?
Where do I gotta send you to, Justin?
Elite.
Elite. I think I might have just passed it.
All right, so each race night we pick a driver, ask some questions, get some answers. And last night, BJ, Bryce said he ran the trucks because he wasn't going to race the Xfinity Series. I guess because he ended up on his hood, not finishing the race, he decided he would do it. But I can imagine someone registering for college for 24 straight hours.
Agreed. I cannot find Elite.
I got you.
Okay.
Done.
I'm like,
so, with that being said, qualifying is now over. Let's take a look at your top 5 in the results of qualifying. Looking right there, you see the 44 Radbird Shutters, his teammate James Silvers, Brandon Robertson, Brad Deere, and Bryce Hunter, your top 5. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Watkins Glen 40. And on the front row from the Cornerstone Motorsports, car number 44 is Radbird Shutters to his outside. And car number 33, it's his teammate, it's James Silvers.
row number 2 on the inside from New England, it's the 2 machine of Brandon Robertson to his outside. The 3rd Cornerstone Motorsports driver, I believe it's in the 6th, Brad Neer.
Your 3rd row inside the Pioneer Racing car number 9 is Bryce Hunter to his outside. In the 0-1, it's Scott Fritz.
Row number 4 on the inside from Simbox Motorsports in the 971, it's Nate Meyer to his outside. The Empire Motorsports number 88, it's Michael Robinson.
Row number 5 to the inside, it's the Color Teal Racing car number 48, it's Bo Abbott, and to his outside, the Elite Motorsports driver car number 7 is Justin Winters.
Row number 6 on the inside from Cornerstone Motorsports, it's the 22 of Tyler Evans. To his outside from Bluegrass Motorsports, the 3 of Jason Collins.
In row number 7 to the inside, the Wolf Pumps, car number 46, Sean Kostritza. To his outside, the Iverson Autosports. Car number 72 is Tony Iverson.
Row number 8 to the inside, it's going to be Robbie Richardson, the 12 to his outside. The High Side Hustlers Motorsports, 29, Travis Twitty.
And your final row tonight from the Empire Motorsports, car number 7 is Jeremiah Hobbs, and to his outside, he hails from the Plains. And car number 10 is Darius Boyd. Well, BJ, 40 laps. And you said when was the stage break?
Lap 16.
All right. So, BJ, we got a radio with our Porsche car driver. Got any questions you want to ask him while he's driving around the track, leading the field?
Yeah, why not let Billy drive the pace car and you hop in a race car?
You don't know how to drive a stick.
You don't know how to drive a stick.
Well, that pace car got some thump to it, doesn't it?
Well said.
Radbird Shutters in the 44 and James Silvers. You know, one good thing, BJ, about this does not drive me crazy at this road course is we don't hear the ding-dong sound every time they come down pit road.
That's right. This is not a Formula One track originally. I don't even think Formula One racing. Oh, yes, it does because it has DRS signs. So it does not have the ding, ding, ding for the NASCAR cars being originally a NASCAR road course. That is to the benefit. Nobody breaking in your back door, Steve.
BJ, what's a NASCAR car?
NASCAR car? A stock car?
Okay, it's just that you said NASCAR car.
It's one of those things that I think it has 4 wheels. It could have 2. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. It probably has 2 if Bryce Hunter raced it. It has 2 at the end of the day. Gotta give him a hard time. The long pace lap soon coming to an end. 2 more corners to go, and then Nick is going to be pulling the pace car down into pit road. Radburn Shutters lined up on the right. He's going to bring us to the green with his teammate to his left.
You know, I do believe when Nick brings the pace car down, he'd be able to wave to Barney, the iRacing flagman.
Should be.
All right.
The big purple dinosaur.
He makes the hard left-hand turn, or right-hand turn. Barney waving that green flag. Well, sometimes he looks purple in that stand. He has to yank and wave that flag long enough. But going into turn number 1, it is James Silvers. Oh, contact with Brad Neer as Shutter's teammates. That's a battle for second. Give it to Brad Neer as Shutter's, your pole sitter, falls back to third. Robertson in that 4th spot there. There's Scott Fritz in 5th and Michael Robinson in that 6th position. Bryce Hunter lost 2 positions on the start of the race. Falling back to that 7th spot. Nate Bauer lost a position, currently running in 8th. There's Justin Winters up 1 spot in 9th position. And Mo Abbott and Sean Kostritza battling for 10th and 11th on the board. Give it to Sean Kostritza. But James Silver starting to pull away from Brad Neer in the 6th machine. Radburn Shutters trying to stock him back down. Try to capitalize because, you know, BJ, at the end of the stage, every position matters.
That's right, it does. The top 10 positions receiving points at the end of the stage, and right now being within striking distance of the regular season championship. Radburn Shutter's going to want every point he possibly can get with 2 teammates lined up in front of him. You can't help but wonder if those guys aren't going to have that in the back of their mind coming to the end of the stage on lap number 16. 1 lap in the books, though. We're now starting a lap number 2. Everybody's still staying fairly close together. These top 3 drivers, Silvers, Neer, and Shutters, all 3 from Cornerstone Motorsports, Glovebox Motorsports. Assuming those 2 are partnered with the picture for Brad Neer saying Glovebox Motorsports, and then his profile saying Cornerstone. So I'm going to assume that those 2 teams are partnered.
Maybe so, but a little bit of damage on the 44 machine. On the over the right or left front tire there on the hood as we look on board the cockpit of the 44 of Shutters there. You see the hood crinkled. You gotta wonder that a little bit of damage him and Brad Neer had. Brad Neer has a little damage on the right hand side there, right above the fender well, as both those drivers try to chase down your race leader, James Silvers. Michael Robinson shows he's off the track, and I don't know where he's at.
Michael Robinson having a few issues here with connectivity problem. Was reported on the radio. Though our timing and scoring will show us that he's going off track, we might not actually be able to physically see it. Tony Iverson now goes off track as well.
Oh, gets right in, has to lock him up, not getting the back of Darius Boyd there in the 10 machine. Does a good job and recovers as the 17 Tony Hobbs looks to his inside to take over that position. But meanwhile, up front, James Silvers leaving Brad Neer in 2nd, and Brandon Robertson, Scott Fritz still in that 4th position. And in 5th, actually, Radburn Shutters has fallen back to 5th. BJ, you gotta wonder, that damage on the left-hand side of the vehicle, it's causing it to be a little ill-handled.
Yeah, it definitely could be, and while we're on the subject of Radburn Shutters, that contact was not actually between teammates. Not sure why it shows him from Cornerstone Motorsports on our lineup, but he is in fact from Glovebox Motorsports. I was just informed of that.
Well,
so,
that just means he has to update his profile.
Yes. Yes, it does.
As you look at the drivers now, as they're on lap number 4 or 40. So, Nick, as a pace car driver, you know, you're sitting here until stage break. There's no full course cautions. What do you do in the meantime?
A lot of twiddling thumbs, you know.
Well, I guess so. As you see right there in that view, you saw James Silvers, how much difference, how far off he is from Brad Neer, that 2nd spot. Brandon Robertson up to that 3rd position. As we're on lap number 4 of 40. These drivers, you know, did a pretty good start of the race. You know, a little bit of contact, not much of the truck series. They nailed it.
Yeah, they definitely have. Everybody's single filed out right now in this race, however. 5 laps down just before the third of the way mark to the stage break.
Coming down pit road. I believe that is Tyler Evans making that early pit stop. You see some damage on the front end of that machine as it's coming down pit road. James Silver's looking like he's trying to put on a clinic here as he's way out in front here at Watkins Glen. You're watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Simulcast live on the Bluegrass Facebook page, YouTube, and dirtfed.com. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button, share out the broadcast. Bluegrass iRacing Series sure does love it when you hit follow. Looking to join into a league. They run the Truck Series on Monday night, or on Monday nights, Xfinity's on Tuesdays. Wednesday night is the Cup Series. They'll be here tomorrow night. So there's still time to join the series if you'd like. If you'd like to, make sure to get a hold of Jason with the Bluegrass iRacing Series on Facebook or here in the Discord. Meanwhile, on lap number 6, James Silver's ticking off the laps one by one. He's on a Sunday drive. There's Brad Deere. He's in that second spot. There is Brandon Robertson. And look at this. Robbie Richards down pit road. Jeremiah Hobbs and Michael Robinson in the 88 car down pit road. As it looks like the 22, Tyler Evans, getting some work done on that vehicle.
Yeah, several drivers trying to get things sorted out, trying to figure things out. Imagine they're probably going to be looking right around the same amount of laps on fuel as what they did in the trucks, right around that 12 to 16 a lap marker on their fuel runs. So they don't know if those guys are maybe short pitting or if they're just there for damages. Jacob Robinson is Jeremiah Hobbs, I don't even know where I got that name from, has rejoined the field though. Looks like he came down for fuel. Michael Robinson down for fuel. Robbie Richards has just rejoined the field as well. He was on pit road for 23 seconds, so that would tell me that he was down getting repairs done to that car. As I believe you already mentioned, Tyler Evans has parked for the race.
Well, that long sentence came out. There was a battle momentarily between Scott Fritz and Ratbird Shutters. Fritz momentarily had the 4th position over Shutters, but Shutters battled back hard on the outside, got back around him. So Fritz sitting in the top 5 right now. There's Bryce Hunter with on the outside looking in. That car kind of looks like it has monkeypox on the nose. It's actually stars.
Is it stars? I actually thought he was going for, it is stars.
Is that our Bryce Hunter?
Yeah.
That is our Bryce Hunter.
Pull up his info on the screen there. Get your little info there.
The Kansas City, Missouri, Bryce Hunter. He had a rough night last night. Tumbled his truck on his side, hit the barrels head on, so he ended up having to park it the remainder of the race. Ran one of his one-off races here at Watkins Glen. There he is, shoots a little wider out of that turn, but look at Scott Fritz and Brad Neer coming down pit road. BJ, you gotta wonder, does Brad Neer going to get a little bit of damage fixed here?
I think at this stage of the race, I most definitely would take the time to get some damage repaired. Still really early in the race, plenty of time to make that ground back up. Wouldn't stay in for too long, obviously. You don't want to go a lap down, no cautions except for the stage break. You don't really have a chance to get your laps back. But it's very easy to get on pit road, sit there, take some damage repairs, get back out, and do it again if you have to a few laps later. So it's definitely something that I would do. However, believe Brad Neer is already rejoining. Yes, Brad Neer has already rejoined the field, so he just came down for a 6-second pit stop, got back out, got back rolling.
Well, you look at Ratbird Shutters working his way back up to that 3rd position. trying to chase down Brandon Robertson into 2. Now he looks to the inside into the turn there. Sign by sign, these two drivers give it to the 44 of Shutters. Up to second, his teammate James Silver's leading. Bryce Hunter there into 9, down in the 4th spot. There's Nate Maurer in a 971. Currently in 5th. Justin Winters, who we had him in the booth, getting to know him in that said machine, currently running in 6th. There's Mo Abbott, Sean Kostritza, and Tony Iverson, and Darius Boyd. Your top 10 here at Watkins Glen.
Everybody getting very, very spread out. The lead right now is 7, almost 8 seconds for James Silvers to his teammate Radburn Shutters. Brandon Robertson sits about another half second back from Radburn Shutters. Everybody's starting to get spread out, starting to find their own groove, find their own pace. Not really any battles, not really any movers going on right now. But with that in mind, our biggest mover of the race does happen to be the 10 car of Darius Boyd, up 7 spots, running in 10th. Good run going for him right now. You see him there coming out of the bus stop, heading down into the outer loop. So known as the carousel.
Well, there's Travis 20 and 29 currently running in 11th there. Brad Deere, after his pit stop, comes back out in that 12th position. There's Scott Fritz in 13th. Michael Robinson there in the 88. And there's Jeremiah Hobbs in 15th in the 17 machine. And there is Robbie Richards in that 16th position. Tyler Evans back on track there. Couple laps down in the 22 machine. Meanwhile, it's the James Silver Show in the 33 machine. There he is coming through the bus stops. And you can see Radburn Shutters now entering the bus stop there with Brandon Robertson. Do you think Bryce Hunter can do anything to get in the top 3 before he ends this race or end the stage?
You know, I do definitely think it's possible. Bryce Hunter has shown a lot of speed, a lot of consistency here on the road courses. And consistency reigns supreme, especially on road courses, but in racing in general. And here at Watkins Glen, he's doing exactly the same as what he did the last time. We went to Circuit of the Americas, I believe, in the Xfinity was our last road course. He did the exact same thing, had a very good run going for him in that one as well. Got his first podium of the season. Look forward to seeing if he could do it again tonight.
Well, if that was a track, I thought someone was breaking into your houses. That's the first time I heard that sound when someone hit pit road. Took all race to figure that out.
Yep.
That's when I gave that friendly advice. You hear back door open, jump. Jump out the window. Oh, James Silver's way out in front still. Actually, let me tell you, he is still pulling away from second place of Radburn Shutters. There's Radburn. And Radburn's even pulling away from Brandon Robertson there. So, I mean, they're doing pretty good. James Silver's is putting on a clinic. There's Bryce Hunter. There is Nate Maurer into 971 from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He's had some good runs this season. Had some heartbreaks. There's Justin Winters from Henderson, Kentucky there. Into 7. Nice looking ride for him. There's Mo Abbott in the 48 machine from Sacramento, California. See a little bit of damage on the rear end of that machine there. There's Sean Kostritza. He has some rear end damage. As Kostritza brings it down pit road, BJ.
Yeah, this is a strategy call here. He's looking to have a good position going into stage number 2 of the race. Coming down pit road early. He's got 4 laps to go to the end of the stage. So this is a strategy call. This is a scheduled stop for him. Getting the fuel, getting the tires early so he can get out, get rolling as quickly as possible. When the stage break comes to an end, everybody else comes down pit road. He will then be placed in front of them. So I think it's a good move by Kostritza. Maybe just a little bit early. I'd avoided at least another lap, maybe 2 more laps if possible before I would have pitted. But all in all, I still agree with the call.
Up on board with the 2 of Brandon Robertson there. Currently running in 3rd. We'll jump on board with Scott Fritz. It looks like he's all by his lonesome.
All by myself.
As we look off the roof of that machine there, no one behind him.
All right, taking a look from all angles of the track again today.
Definitely.
Yesterday we took a trip through the grass.
Looking inside, looking at his suspension there. There's the motor inside these cars. Pretty neat little view there.
It's amazing to me the detail that iRacing takes the time to put into these cars to put them into this sim. You know, that all the detail that they put, the attention that they put in the suspension, the motors, you don't get that on any other game, any other sim that I've ever seen. Like, take some of the NASCAR games, for instance. The hood comes off of those cars. It looks like a block most of the time. It don't look like an actual engine. But James Silvers, I believe is what you were about to mention. Radburn shutters both those drivers coming down pit road, lap number 14.
Well, let's see here. The 2 of Brandon Robertson claims the lead for Radburn Shutters. James Silvers and Mo Abbott down pit road. There is Brad Deere from Warsaw, Indiana in the 6th machine. Glove Box Motorsports driver. There is Nate Maurer in 971. He's actually going to move up to 3rd when they pass pit road. Well, I don't know. Maybe James Silver's actually going to get on track. But you better watch it. Brad Deere's coming. James Silver's getting up to speed. So Silvers rejoins the field in 2nd. Look off the blimp. There's Silvers. There is your race leader.
It just goes to show how far ahead Silvers actually was over the field, and he was able to get in and out of the pits with a 14.9 second pit stop. We know that those pit laps right around, we saw it last night in the trucks, they're right around 12 to 14 seconds slower than your regular racing lap, your lap at pace. So all in all, he had right about 20 seconds from the time he entered pit road to the time he exited pit road that he was under race pace, that Robertson, Neer, Maurer, all those guys were able to gain ground on him, and he was still able to get back out, still maintain that 2nd position, and trying to work his way back up to Brandon Robertson, currently 26 seconds ahead of him.
We're on board with the 6 of Brad Deere in that 3rd spot. Right up ahead, you see the 33 is Silvers. And Silvers is starting to pull away there. There you see some cars right behind him. That's Nate Maurer, Bryce Hunter. There you see Nate Maurer. Camera work right up next to the rumble strips there, BJ.
Yeah, at least it's not in the grass this time. Coming to the checkered flag on the stage. One more time around. I take that back. Brandon Robertson just took the white flag on the stage. This is lap number 16.
There is the damage, BJ, on Brad Deere's machine there on the right-hand side.
Who needs clean sheet metal?
Well, we know what that means, BJ. That means Nick is going to have to crank up that horse car to get it ready to pick up the field.
That he most definitely is. As the stage quickly coming to an end, just 2 more turns for the race leader of Brandon Robertson. There is turn number 6 down to the final straightaway. Before the front straightaway, there is turn number 7, and Brandon Robertson will win stage number 1 here at the Watkins Glen 40. Coming in second, it's going to be James Silverstone, Brad Near third, Nate Maurer fourth, Bryce Hunter fifth, Scott Fritz sixth, Radburn Shutters seventh, Justin Winters eighth, Moab at ninth, and Travis Twitty will round out the top 10 here in stage number 1.
Here's the 970 watt of Nate Maurer. There's Bryce Hunter. Here's the 7 Justin Winters crossing the start-finish line. There's Travis Twitty crossing the finish line now. So end of the stage. 24 laps to go, BJ. So probably be taking the green with 20 to go. I'll say y'all have another 30 minutes with us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. These laps are winding down quickly. You see they caught up to Nick, the Porsche car driver. Brandon Robertson picking up the stage win here tonight. After he makes his pit stop, we'll try to find him and see if we can get in contact with him.
I'd wait till after he makes his pit stop.
Isn't that what we just said, BJ?
Yeah, sorry, I was responding to Jason Collins.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that what we just said?
My bad.
Maybe we should have done it. See how much talent they have. You know, you gotta be multi-talented to race these things. They can't make a pit stop while chatting. If they can't make a pit stop while chit-chatting, they're not very talented, right? They can't multitask. Just joking. But look at James Silvers. He is going to take over the lead again because he just made his pit stop. Tony Iverson falling right behind him in the 72 machine, moves to that second spot. And down pit road, there's Radbird Shutters and Brandon Robertson.
Steve, I kind of felt like that might have been a shot at me because I can't multitask with that. If I'm racing asphalt, you best not talk to me while I'm trying to head towards pit road. Let's do it between.
Radbird Shutters comes out. In third, Brandon Robertson comes out in that 4th position. Brandon, got a copy? Brandon, got a copy? Well, obviously he does not, so we'll move him back down. That goes back to the multitasking.
See, Steve, see, I told you.
Well, let's try this. Let's see here.
Oh, he's back on pit road.
James, got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Well, you look like you were putting on a clinic to the rest of the field there, way out front, made your pit stop right before the end of the stage break there. You're going to be bringing us back to the green. What's your goals for the rest of the race? What's your strategy?
We're trying to keep it up front. I didn't know I was going to be able to get around Redburn out there on the start. I guess he missed turn 1, but I held my advantage and kept running good pace and trying to save my tires when I was up front. But as long as I can stay up front, track position means a lot here at road courses. So hopefully we can bring her home.
Hopefully so. Well, good luck to you and your team, sir.
All right, I appreciate you, buddy.
No problem.
I'm gonna pick the inside.
Right. Let's see here. We're trying to find where to put you, James.
Oh, I got you. It's just all the way at the bottom.
All right.
I got him. Sorry, I cut him off mid-sentence there. My bad, James. My bad.
As he chose the inside for the restart, you heard it live here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Tony Iverson is going to be on the outside for the restart. Ratbird shutters to the inside. That's a good little strategy there. Have your teammate behind you going in turn number 1.
Yeah, for sure. It allows them to get the shot out of the cannon with you. Whenever you hit the throttle, you know, usually you're in chat with them, which those drivers are in chat together. You can kind of give them a countdown so they can get a jump on the second place driver who is outside the 72 of Tony Iverson. So it really helps out on the restart between those two teammates. See if it works out in their favor as I expect it to.
Brandon Robertson, your stage winner in the pits. Having some problems here tonight after winning the stage.
You're not sure what's up with that.
One and done. As the field is bunched up, getting ready for the restart. There's Jeremiah Hobbs, a couple laps down. Tyler Evans, a couple laps down. So 14 spots, or 14 drivers on the lead lap.
Drivers communicating turn 1 with each other. And Steve, I didn't notice it last night, but I can't help but wonder if that was part of the reason that things worked out so well. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Good start for James Silvers. Everybody giving each other plenty of room. You see them already spacing out, heading towards turn number 1. That was part of what the discussion was with the drivers. They all agreed to give each other room, allow everybody to be able to race it out, and the start worked out in Cornerstone's favor. Those drivers sit 1 and 2 here once again. Third place finisher of the stage, Brad Neer, currently sits in 4th. Tony Iverson falls back into 3rd after the restart.
Here's Tony Iverson in the 72 machine. Oh, the 88. He swung wide there coming out of that turn. Coming through the bus stop. Oh, the 88 going around Michael Robinson there. Take a look at what happened to him. Oh, makes a little contact. I believe it was with Darius Boyd. And around he goes. James Silvers coming to 20 to go here. In the 33 machine. There's Rapper Shutters, and there's Tony Iverson. Iverson up 10 spots to start the race. Brad Deere put some heavy pressure on him in the 6 machine. There's Nate Maurer with a top 5 right now. Justin Winters on the outside looking in for a top 5 finish. There's Bryce Hunter in that 7th position. There's Bo Abbott and Scott Fritz, and Robbie Richards has that 10th position.
Yeah, Robbie Richards, you know, he's had that monkey on his back lately. It seems like just can't get the good finishes that he's looking for tonight. Trying to rebuild some of that momentum, get back up there into a good position, and found out what happened to Brandon Robertson. He's back on track now, and somehow managed to stay on the lead lap, but we're no longer allowed to pull Brandon Robertson. He loses all of his audio whenever we pull him, so that is unfortunate.
There's Tony Iverson in the 4th position. You know, BJ, some people you just can't win for losing, right?
Yeah.
You just can't win.
Yeah, and I know that feeling. So for all those people out there that have that feeling, I feel for you.
Darn if you don't talk to them. Darn if you do talk to them.
Yep. But hey, I know the feeling. I had raced today. It's the only time this week we'll be able to race the Dirt Late Model Tour. I get in there and I'm thinking this is Kokomo. It's going to go terrible for me, and I'm actually got a good run going for me, a good start in the feature. And what happens? My iRacing freezes right before the feature, and I miss the start.
Ah.
So I know the feeling.
Well, there is Brad Deere. There's Tony Iverson. Justin Winters just hanging out in that 6th spot there.
Everybody being patient right now. 19 laps to go. Still quite a bit of time in this race for these drivers. They're all just, pacing themselves. Bryce Hunter looks like he's made a move to the inside of Tony Iverson. That is for the... No, that is not Tony Iverson. Who's that he's beside of?
Tony Iverson.
Oh, that's Nate Maurer beside of him.
Yep. Iverson on the outside, Maurer to the inside. Here he is, shows a replay of Travis Twitty going off track there. There's a bunch of cars right there, kind of grouped together, single file. Scott Fritz in the 7th position. Are looking really nice tonight. No damage. Kept it pretty clean. Bryce Hunter has some damage on the right-hand side there.
Yeah, there's damage on quite a few of these cars. Some of them have different braking points than others. Some of them miss their braking points. Shoot into the corners a little bit hard. Gets them into the side or the rear end of the car in front of them. It's gonna happen. A lot of turns, a lot of chances to make those mistakes. 7 turns. If you want to count the bus stop, it's 8, 9, 10, and 11 turns.
Definitely.
I don't know why they don't count it.
Anyway, James Silver's pulled away from Brad Burns Shutters. There's Shutters in the 44 machine. Brad Deere there in 3rd. There's Nate Maurer. Right there 4th. There's Tony Iverson in 5th. As with 17 laps to go, BJ.
And not a lot going on right now. We do have Scott Fritz right up on the back bumper of Tony Iverson, though. Looking to try to get by him, just can't quite do it. Brandon Robertson still a long ways back. He's got to be hoping for mistakes by these drivers. Right now, still leading the way, though. We got James Silvers, Radburn Shutters, Brad Neer, Nate Maurer, and Tony Iverson are top 5. And we got Scott Fritz, Bryce Hunter, Mo Abbott, Robbie Rich, Justin Winters, top 10. You just saw moments ago there on screen. Travis Twitty coming in. This is what they call the money stop. This is the final stop of the race for him. He's getting his fuel. He's getting his tires, whatever he's got to do. Getting back on track. Short pit for him here. Brad Neer just turned fastest lap of the race for him and for everybody else. He turned a 1:13.97. Closer driver to him, 1/100th of a second off of his pace is James Silvers Turned a 1:13.98.
James Silver's there lead the way. You know, BJ, that's the reason why we cannot do cameras. Basically, car cams are, cams with them racing. Because most of them can't get it maybe set up right where, they'll lose connection if we peek in. We don't want to do that. So definitely that's going to be out of the question going to the near future.
Well, that would be a little bit different. What's actually going?
No. No. No.
I'm not even going to bother trying to explain it then.
No. There's silvers, shutters, deer. You could get it perfect, and it could do something, BJ.
It wasn't that what it was when he moved. There's something going on with his PC or something. When he was moved in Discord, it cut all of his audio.
Right.
It had nothing to do with his camera. But
don't want to talk about his camera.
Yeah.
Thank you. Radbird shutters. But by peeking in, people running their cameras, it can also drop frame rate too. Think about it.
Could.
And then who's in trouble?
Well, they're the one that decided to share their camera.
That's not how it goes.
Just saying, it was their decision to share it.
But it's not you that gets to choose, is it their fault or our fault? Oh, Bryce Hunter there's 72. Sorry, Brandon Robertson, we were really cheering you on there. Bo Abbott going off the end. Let's see here. Going around. James Silvers continues to lead as the 44 shutters in the hip pocket. There's the 6 of Brad Deere. There's Mo Abbott in fourth position. Look at Scott Fritz now with the top 5.
A good run going for him here tonight. He's been up there towards the top 5 positions all season long. Now he's made his way back into it once again. Very strong run going for him. We saw him struggle at previous road courses in the season, so it's good to see him having a good one going for him here tonight. Leaders James Silvers, Radburn Shutters, Brad Neer, and Scott Fritz as well, all coming down pit road.
There's Robbie Richards and also Justin Winters coming down pit road. Nate Maurer, your race leader now. There's Bryce Hunter in second. Tony Iverson in third. There's Darius Boyd and Bo Abbott, your top 5. There's Tony Iverson. There's Darius Boyd. Mo Abbott currently in the top 5. There's Sean Kostritz. I haven't talked about him all night. Currently running in that 6th position. There's Michael Robinson at 88. There's Brad Deere. Nate Maurer up front has yet to make a pit stop. Either as Bryce Hunter in that 2nd spot. And Tony Iverson, who restarted on the outside of the front row. Darius Boyd, how about that? Up to 4th. Up 10 spots here. With 12 laps to go for Nate Maurer in the 971. Take a look inside of Bryce Hunter's car. Hear him get on the gas. Off the gas right there. Now he gets on it. Kind of here. Kind of neat. There is Sean Kostritz is on board. Scott Fritz In ninth, after making his pit stop, there's James Silvers in the 33, currently running in seventh. Michael Robinson in sixth there at the 88 machine.
All these drivers from first place of Nate Maurer down to sixth place of Michael Robinson. All these guys still have to pit, so that still has the door open for Silvers, Shutters, and even Fritz to move their way into the podium positions. Iverson, Kostritza both coming down pit road this time. Bradnier still on pit road. He's been there for 45 seconds now on his way out. Very long pit stop for the driver of the 6 machine, who's been running good all night long. Not sure what he had going on in that 6 car. He's just given up a lot of ground here in this race.
There's James Silvers back up to fifth there. Michael Robinson right ahead of him in the 88. There's Darius Boyd still in that 3rd spot there. Nate Maurer continuing to lead. Bryce Hunter trying to chase him down. 11 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Top 2 way out in front. There's Darius Boyd. A big gap between 2nd and 3rd. Then a gap there to the 4th place of Michael Robinson. There's James Silvers in the 5th spot with Radburn Shutters. Scott Fritz now coming under attack by Tony Iverson. Iverson looked a little bit on the outside, thought better of it, pulls in right behind him. That's a battle for 7th and 8th on the board. Robbie Richards in the 9th position. There's Justin Winters. In 10th, there's Travis Twitty and Mo Abbott. The battle for 11th and 12th on the board. Give it to Mo Abbott going into the turn. Twitty will fall to 12th. There's Sean Kostritza after making his pit stop, coming back out.
Still continuing to stay on track, though, our top 4 drivers, Maurer, Hunter, Boyd, Robinson. Still wondering when they're going to bring it down pit road. Right now, they're losing ground to Silvers, Shutters, and Fritz, our top 3. They're losing ground to those drivers. They are gaining about 2 seconds a lap on them. If I were them, I'd get down pit road as quickly as possible and as soon as possible before those drivers make up more ground. And they don't have as much time to make their pit stops. It's not a move I would make to continue to wait. Michael Robinson calls out his pit stop. He's coming down this time. Still waiting to hear when the 971 of Nate Maurer, the 9 of Bryce Hunter, and the 10 of Darius Boyd are going to do the same.
Nine laps to go. Nate Maurer out front. Michael Robinson, he said, is down pit road. James Silvers moves up to that 4th spot there. Take a look. James Silvers got in a little accident. Rewind to see what happened to James Silvers. Comes off the turn, gets the car loose. Keeps it going.
Winters does a nice job there to not just peel right back on track after getting down into that wall right there with drivers coming. Paid attention to his relative, saw where the drivers were, watched his mirror, made sure none of them were coming around the carousel there before he got his car back on track and back going. Right there is Darius Boyd on screen now, currently running in 3rd, up 14 positions. He's still got to make a pit stop, just 8 laps remaining here in the race. Starting to think with the gap that he has over James Silvers, right about 13 seconds between those 2 drivers. If he comes down pit road, makes a short stop, just tops off on fuel, or gets enough fuel, I should say, to make it to the end of the race, he might still stand a chance, but he's going to be struggling on those older tires right now, running 1 minute 16 second laps. Going to make it very difficult for him. You got Michael Robinson, rather, off track, decides to park it. That was surprising to see.
8 laps to go. Nate Maurer is your race leader. There's Bryce Hunter closing in the gap right there. Darius Boyd up 14 spots, currently running in third. That 10 machine. There's James Silvers in the 4th position with Radburn Shutters rounding out your top 5. Nate Maurer bringing it down pit road now. So is Bryce Hunter. Darius Boyd coming out of that turn. Let's see if he makes his pit stop. Or does he stay out on track? He makes his pit stop. There's James Silvers. Let's see if James Silvers gets to end of pit road before Nate Maurer. Down the straightaway, James Silver goes. Nate Maurer still down pit road now, take it off, so give James Silvers the race lead. Radbird Shutters at that 2nd spot there. There is Nate Maurer coming out of the pit road, getting onto the track. So does Bryce Hunter. Bryce Hunter will come out in that 4th position. Scott Fritz with the top 5 in the 0-1 machine. But meanwhile, there goes Brad Neer going a lap down to James Silvers. He'll follow line there as they go to the bus stop, the 33 and the 44. There's Nate Maurer currently running in that 3rd position. Bryce Hunter in the 4th position. There is Scott Fritz. Look at Tony Alverson making his way back up in that 6th position. There is Robbie Richards, Mo Abbott there to 48, and Darius Boyd in 9th, up 8 positions, and Travis Twitty in 10th.
Steve, get you a drink there. Good stop by Nate Maurer and Bryce Hunter getting in the pits, getting back out. It looks as though they did exactly what I said, just came in for fuel only, so they're in good position right now for top 5 finishes. Maurer currently sitting the final podium spot there in 3rd. You got Silver's Shutters right now sitting 1, 2. I asked the question earlier, would Silver's back off and give the win to Shutters to allow him to pick up some more points to try to get the regular season championship? Or is Silver's going to push it to the end and get the win himself? The option still sits there for Silvers, and he's in good position to get that win. Sounded like when we talked to him earlier as though he really wanted to take home the trophy here for Watkins GLEN. Metaphorical trophy, of course, but I'd have to think in the back of my mind. I'm not sure if James Silvers is locked in or not. I have to imagine he is locked into the playoffs, but think in the back of your mind, you got teammates. One of them sits in really good position for the season championship. I'd probably have to give it to my teammate if I were the driver in that situation. Five laps to go at the stripe for James Silvers. Currently with a half a second lead over his teammate Radburn Shutters. Those 2 drivers have 5 seconds over 3rd place of Nate Maurer. Not a lot of pressure, no pressure behind at the pace that they are currently running. Maurer, Hunter, Fritz rounding out the top 5 right there.
Well, Tony Alverson looking pretty sweet there in that 6th position. Had a good run last week in the Cup Series until around about the halfway point. Fell back after a couple instances happening on track. But there's your race leader, James Silvers. Radbird Shutters there, trying to get around his teammate. Shutters with damage versus Silvers, who has pretty much a clean car. As they're coming to 4 to go, James Silvers passing the pit road entrance. Going into turn number 1 there. Silvers has to go mistake-free for 4 more laps. Nate Maurer in that 3rd spot there, trying to bring home with a podium finish. Hold off Bryce Hunter. Darius Boyd Take a look at replay. Looked like he went off track there. Yeah, got it a little too hot there. Brings it back on, running at 9th position. How about Scott Fritz with a top 5 here at Watkins Glen? Robbie Richards in the 12 machine, currently running 7th. There's Mo Abbott. There is Darius Boyd in the 10. There's Travis Twitty and Sean Kostritza. That is 10th and 11th. There's Justin Winters. He has some damage on the rear end where he slid into the inside wall there, one of the turns earlier. There's Brandon Robertson. He won the stage. Feel kind of bad for him. Went to bring him up for an interview. Messed up his sound speakers. I know we've talked to him before in the past, but still feel bad for him. That incident happening to him. Meanwhile, James Silvers continues to lead in the 33 machine with Radbird Shutters in second. Shutters now losing ground to James Silvers as there's 3 laps to go for James Silvers. There's Nate Maurer in the 971. Kept his car clean all night long. Looking to bring home that podium finish. Hold off Bryce Hunter in the 9 machine.
Looked like Fritz doing a little bit of dirt tracking out of that last corner after the S's, but that ought to make him feel right at home just sliding the car on around the turn. Silvers and Shutters continuing to keep right about the same distance between those two drivers coming to the end of the race. Just 2 laps to go when they reach the stripe here coming out of turn number 7. Nate Maurer in 3rd. Still considerably slower than these two drivers at this point in time. Stands no chance unless these two drivers make a huge mistake. But one thing we've not seen all night long out of Silvers, and that is a mistake. Been extremely smooth tonight. Had an extremely smart drive, doing everything he needs to do and doing it right.
There's Mo Abbott in the 8th spot, looking to chase down Robbie Richards, who's in 7th. Right ahead of Mrs. 72 and Tony Iverson. Iverson in that 6th position. Brad Neer back on track into 6th, currently running at 14th. Tyler Evans ran last night in the 22 in the Truck Series, currently running in 5th. But there is James Silvers, your race leader. Radburn Shutters is closing in the gap here with the final laps here at Watkins Glen, coming out down the straightaway. White flag in the air. One more to go for James Silvers. Take a look at instant replay. The 0-1 of Scott Fritz. Got a little hot there to turn. Takes it wide, gets back on the track.
And that's one spot. Not going to hurt these drivers very much if they send it off the track, as long as they keep it under control and don't spin it out and don't send it clear to the sand pits. It's not a terrible thing to have that car slide out like that. Just get your momentum rolling and get a run towards it. Here we go, coming to the bus stop right up on the back bumper of James Silver's. Radburn Shutters is there. The teammate battle is about to be on as we are coming to the final 2 turns of the race. Shutters pushes it very, very wide, coming down into turn number 6 now. Silvers is able to get a little bit of a gap going into this turn. Swings it wide once again, sucks it right back up to his back bumper. Turn number 7. It's going to be James Silvers coming home with the win here at Watkins Glen. Coming to second is Radburn Shutters. Nate Maurer coming out of the final turn now. He will come home in 3rd. Good run for Maurer. Tony Iverson coming out of turn number 7 right now. He's headed for the start-finish line.
Well, look at Scott Fritz. He lost a hood in that final lap in the 0-1. Take a look at that replay. There they are battling. That was for 5th and 6th on the board. Looked like the knot barely got into him. He hits the outside wall, then hits Bryce Hunter, and Scott Fritz goes head on to the wall. That's how he lost his hood.
Bryce. Still able to come in with a top 5 finish, though. So all in all, not bad for Scott Fritz.
There's Sean Stritza coming home in 10th. Travis Twitty. Parked it there. Let's take a look at your results on the board. Here at Watkins Glen, B. James Silvers bringing it home with the win. Radbird Shutters in second, Nate Bowler in third, Tony Iverson in fourth, Scott Fritz in fifth, Bryce Hunter in sixth, seventh is Mo Abbott, eighth is Darius Boyd, ninth is Robbie Richards, 10th is Sean Kostritza, 11th be Travis Twitty. Justin Winters comes home 12th, Brandon Robertson in 13th, Brad Deere in 14th, Tyler Evans in 15th, Michael Robinson in 16th, Jeremiah Hobbs in 17th. Rounds out your field. Here at Watkins Glen. Waiting for your top 3 to come in to the staged area. We'll be right back after these commercials. All right, welcome back, James Silvers. Talk to you before we went green. You brought it home for the win.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited, man. I'm glad to bring home my first win in the Bluegrass Xfinity Series.
Definitely, that card looks strong all night long. All season long, you look strong. Just have had some mishaps here and there that's caused you not to win. But Redbird, it looked like he, at the end, he would catch you at certain points, but you just pull away off the exits of most of the turns.
Oh, that's what he told me too. I mean, we were going to try to fight it out, I mean, he was definitely, faster than I was. It's just he was better at the first half of the track, and I was better at the second half, so it kind of evened out, and thank God we could bring home a win today.
Definitely. Well, what is your goal for next week heading into Daytona?
Well, since I've got stage points, we might as well try to go out there and win Daytona too, and got the bonus playoff points for today's win, and just try to maintain and keep focused and keep going what we've been doing and keep bringing in these wins.
All right, that's James Silvers. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors, make it all possible for you.
I'd like to thank y'all for putting on the broadcast every week. You do a hell of a job. I'd like to shout out Function Junction Smoke Shop, Mountain View Detailing, Aerial Professionals of WNC, Sorrells Marathon Garage, Team Goon Squad, Brent Keith at BK Paints, and everybody at Cornerstone Motorsports, Brad Neer, Tyler Evans, and Radburn Shutters. We just, we're on a roll right now, man, and we just need to keep it going. And shout out to my parents and shout out to my girlfriend, Shelby.
All right, James Silvers bringing home the win tonight here at Watkins Glen.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, boys. You have a good night.
You too, sir. BJ caught up with third place finisher.
So right, I've caught up with the driver of the 971 of Nate Maurer. Nate was looking a little bit sketchy there towards the end. You held out for a long time before you came down pit road, and then you opted for just fuel to try to maintain track position. Was that your game plan the entire time, or things just not quite work out the way you had planned and you had to make a last minute decision?
Last season I won this race doing the same exact strategy that I did as last year. I told my crew chief that, Justin White, who races in the truck series, shout out to him. He pulled this whole strategy off, basically off of last year. Yeah, I mean, I won this race, but, we got two new guys in here, Bradburn and James, and they are probably the class of the field every week, so no surprise to finish third to them. But Justin pulled that strategy out, and that's what he stuck with, and yeah, I'm happy to bring home P3 here.
It definitely worked out for you. Walk us through that first stage a little bit. Top of my head, I can't remember where you finished at in the stage, but I know you were in the top 10.
I honestly don't even know where we finished. I think we finished third maybe in the stage. I honestly do not remember, but Justin said we're just going to come down for fuel only during that stage, and I thought that was a very dumb idea. I thought everybody, then us taking tires there at the end of the stage, I thought we were going to be way back in traffic, and I was totally wrong, and we restarted P5 or P6 there and worked our way up to P3 there then during that second stage.
Congratulations to you again on coming home with third place finish. Go ahead and thank your sponsor. Shout outs, however makes it possible.
I got to give a shout out to the new, I got to give a shout out to everybody here first. Thanks for you guys coming on here and broadcasting this, 3 nights a week, 2 nights, 4 nights a week, 3 nights? I can't remember. I know you guys do the Dirt, Cup, Truck, Xfinity, so I guess it's technically 4 nights when Dirt starts back up. Shout out to Jason Collins for running one hell of a league. It's my favorite league to race in. And shout out to my teammates, Bryce, Darius, and Doug Neal. Doug Neal couldn't make it here tonight. And shout out to my new sponsor on the car, Redneck Nation. If you need anything from Redneck Nation, go check them out online.
All righty. Well, that was Nate Maurer. Steve?
All right. Well, that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight here with Ultimate Dirt TV. Tune in tomorrow night, same time, same place, for the Cup Series here at WATKINS GLEN. Till then, everyone, good night. God bless.